Okay. Are you recording?
I am.
Okay, I'm gonna try to drive and not
crash.
So here's an idea. Work-life balance, like this whole idea of like work and life being these two separate things, and like work exists as like Monday through Friday and 9 to 5, and the weekends are when you get to live and be a human being. All of that is fucking bullshit. It was created by like corporations to put people in boxes that like no one wants to be in a box, and we don't exist in boxes. Sometimes like I wake up on a Tuesday and the last thing I want to fucking do is work, and my practice right now has been to notice my body and to be able to notice those moments and to say like, hey, I'm gonna go take a hike, or like just lay in bed for a couple hours. And sometimes I wake up on Saturday, I'm like filled with ideas, and I'm like, okay, like we're going, like inspiration strikes, let's take advantage of this. So this weekend, me and Kimberly were out. We had this awesome trip up to Steamboat Springs. We're driving back right now, and we went to the hot springs. We stayed in this kind of like crappy Airbnb. Wasn't that great? But
that's a story for another time.
That's a story for another video. But we wake up like before going to the hot springs, and I open my email. I got this awesome application from someone who was like just dream client. Like I know I can help her. She's gonna be amazing in our program. And like me of like 3 months ago would have been like, it's the weekend. But I'm like, no, like I feel inspired to just reach out to this person right now, and I'm not going to slow this down like with a phone call. Like I'm not available for a phone call this weekend, number one, and number two, like she's ready to go. Like let's make it happen. So I shot her a text. I was like, hey, like I saw your app. I'd love to work with you. I think you'd be an awesome fit. Here's a Google Doc with the offer. And we went to the hot springs. I'm getting the timing wrong on all this, by the way, for integrity purposes. But anyways, she wrote me back. So we're like packing up in the Airbnb. She wrote me back. She's like, I'm in. I'm like, great. We're like packing up the car. Like, I'm like, here's a payment link. And then like, she's like, done. I paid. We called her in the car. On the way back, we were in a restaurant, actually. Okay, I'm telling a terrible version of this story.
The details are a little mixed up. I think the conversation happened while we were eating tacos, but it doesn't really matter.
We were eating tacos. It doesn't really matter. And we called her in the car. And me and Kimberly were like, "Woo! Congratulations! Like,
woohoo!"
And it all felt so aligned, and it was like, like it wasn't like, oh, this is my lifetime, and like I can get you on the schedule for Monday. Like here's my Calendly. It was like, no, this is like me in this like integration between like my work and my life, and these things not being separate. So where in your life are you creating separation between something or two things that aren't really separate? Like, do you treat work as like a little box, and then life is a little box? What would it be like to just like break out of the boxes and actually step into this like fluid integration?
And it's not about having no boundaries.
No,
it's
for
about
sure. Like
being in the flow.
Yes, exactly. Yeah, sometimes you don't want to reply to someone, and that's fine. Or you don't want to engage in work, and that's fine too. But
so it's about following that energy that you were experiencing.
Exactly. Well said. Thank you, Kimberly.
Yeah.
So I'm gonna go back to driving so I don't crash. Yeah, this is a beautiful drive here, and I'm sending you lots of love. I hope you're having an awesome rest of your weekend.